Today I want to talk about communication. We all know that communication is the most powerful tool we have in our toolbox. I will do a separate video to provide my perspective on why communication is so important. But for now, let's agree that communication is important. Because it's so important, we all need to work on our communication skills. But we can work on our communication skills only if we know what communication is. Is communication our ability to talk? As in, if I talk a lot, will I become a good communicator? Or is communication our ability to master a language? Meaning, if I'm good at English, am I a good communicator? Or is communication our ability to express ourselves? Let's look at end-to-end communication process. Communication process is very similar to supply chain process, where manufacturing happens on demand. A customer places an order that triggers the manufacturing process, where raw material goes into production unit, where it goes through a complex processing depending upon the product. Set of outputs are produced, they are assembled, packaged, and delivered. Similarly, communication process is triggered by maybe somebody asking you a question or somebody making a comment and you wanting to respond to it. There could be many trigger points for the communication process. But once the communication is triggered, the input goes into the production unit, which is your mind, goes through a very complicated processing. Certain thoughts are produced, those thoughts are assembled and delivered. So if you look at it, there are three key steps. One is gathering that input. The input actually comes from your audience. And you have to provide that input to your mind so it can actually produce the thoughts that you will eventually deliver. So the delivering of the message is just one step in the process. You need to work on your listening skills. That is the first step, because the output is as good as the input. Every good communicator is a good listener. Number two, you have to sharpen your processing unit. The message you provide is as good as the ability of your mind. So you got to work on improving your knowledge, improving the subject matter expertise. Because you want to make sure the message you are delivering is relevant. That is why listening skills are important. And you want to make sure the message you are delivering is powerful. That is why keeping your mind sharp is very important. So the recipe for good communication is one part listening, one part processing, one part delivering.